Up to $50,000 is up for grabs for paper trading with TradingView. I think the top spot is like $10,000, and then the lowest is like a free 3-month membership with TradingView. So this is one of the trades that I took while I was documenting what I was observing and looking at. Put the take profits in place, the stop loss in place, the multiple time frames. You just got to check it out. And if you're a part of TradingView, then why not tap into that money? Even if you're already trading with real money, you can possibly win with some of the paper trading that takes place that could position you to get up to $50,000. But I think the top spot, let's just say up to $10,000. Let's get into it, shall we? All right, so let's jump straight in. So I'm currently about to enter a buy, and it's based on a couple of different time frames. I meant to enter higher contract, so let's see if I can change it to a higher contract. This is paper trading, and in addition to this being a higher contract and being in paper trading, basically it's a competition going on. So the competition consists of a paper trading account trading certain futures, and $50,000 is up for grabs. But I'll let you know what it is that I'm looking for in terms of the metrics that made me decide to go ahead and hit buy. I'm currently on the 30-minute time frame. I typically don't do that, but I'm learning the importance of looking at higher time frames so you can hold it for a longer time if you're not trying to scalp and just get in and get out. And of course you can still get in and get out in terms of, scalping if you want to, but it just causes you to think from a bigger viewpoint instead of just looking at it like, okay, what's going on? What can I do? How can I get in and get out? And I'm gonna have to clean up my chart because there's a lot more going on with some of the different updates and changes, but hopefully you get the point of what I'm saying. So long story short, these are the 4 things that I looked at. The daily buys being bullish. I got a buy signal, confluence buy signal, reverse buy signal. So there's 2 buy signals. These take profits have not been hit yet. So both of those buy signals are still in play with the take profits going up to this area here, 30,000, let's just call it 516 and some change. And this is on the 30-minute. But what I also did was zoomed out and zoomed back in to smaller time frames as well, just to get a understanding of what the market was trying to do, what it's looking like. So let's zoom all the way out. I started at the 4-hour time frame because I'm learning that the bigger time frames play a huge role in where the market is actually going. Sometimes people feel as though, the market is crashing, the market is doing this. Is it? When in all actuality, you just got to zoom out. So on the 4-hour time frame, if a person was zoomed in closer in this time frame, it'll look like, a lot is happening because you're zoomed so close in. And you can see from the time of this recording, we're already up $90, $92. Of course, it's subject to change. It can go up and down, but I'm thinking from a longer time frame. So if we look at this, we see that the daily bias is bullish. We had an A+ buy signal here in this area, and we also had some different pockets of momentum that took place. Now, what I'm also looking at is what the market is doing overall. It seems like it goes up, create a high, let's just call that a high. And then it created a lower high, and then somewhat of a lower low. So it started trending downward, then going back upward, but it's not being able to go above these areas. So this can serve as a level of resistance, this area right here, because it tried to go here, tried to go there, tried to go here, and didn't. So what I'm anticipating is going to attempt to go to this area again and see if it can break through. Will it make it all the way here? Only time will tell. Will it push through? Only time will tell. Will it go in total reverse and not do any of that? Only time will tell. But this zoom out allows me to see what the market is trying to do. It's trying to bust through that, but it's enough sellers here that's pushing it down, as it was in this area as well. So that's what I'm looking at a little bit differently now. Like, okay, where are the buyers? Where are the sellers? Where is the opportunity? So I felt the opportunity existed in this area. Once it came here, kind of bounced off of this area that's operating as a level of support, and it has potential to go up. Now, this is the 4-hour time frame again, so you're not going to see any up and down in this area. But let's zoom back in, because that's what I did. I took it from the 4-hour, then I switched to the 1 hour and said, okay, let's see what the 1 hour is doing. And the 1 hour tells a similar story, but slightly different because it's a smaller time frame. So it looks as though It went up to that box, and we saw that from a different angle, and then it started going downward. But it reached this area that's still operating as support, kind of as what we saw on the previous screen, and now it's seeming to go in the upward direction. A buy signal was presented, 2 buy signals was presented, which is a good sign as well. And these take profits are still at play. It looks like that take profit was touched, but these other take profits are still at play, especially with the daily bias still remaining to be bullish, and it has potential to go up to aim to test this range here. Because if we squint it a little bit more, we'll see that that area has been operating as a level of support, as I mentioned before. Now, previously, before I did that zoom in, you can see that it looks like, okay, the market is about to go down. But in actuality, to me, it looks as though it has potential to retest. Now, of course, we're going to go up and down. I was up as high as 90. Now I'm down as low as 10, 13. But you have to be willing to go through whatever the ups and downs are, and as long as you have the bandwidth, and of course you're paying attention to your take profits and your stop losses, then you should be good. But you just have to know that, hey, don't get emotionally attached. If you have a goal of where you're trying to see it go, then lock in on that goal and be happy with the decision that you made. But we see a lot of touch points where it keeps touching this area here, coming down. Touch that area, come on down. Touch that area, come on down. So sellers are pushing it down. And when we get down here, it looks as though the buyers are pushing it back up. So my thought process is that it's going to likely go up to try to retest these areas. So my mini goal is this take profit one right here, which is 29, let's call it 29,499, give or take. I might be off on that, but let's just call it 29,500 for even numbers. My mini goal is that. The second one is this take profit here, because it operates as that level of resistance, and it's likely to try to bump up against it, but it might not get all of that. However, these are the things that I'm looking at. Now let's zoom out a little bit more. I also looked at the 30-minute time frame. The 30-minute time frame tells a shorter term story, and as you can see, you can still see and zoom when you scrunch it in and zoom it in to see, you can still see that level of resistance being operated. It looks like a huge drop here, so a lot of money was made on that downward fall as well, and it was a sell signal that was issued using our 4-metric system. So for those who had the 4-metric system and you caught that sell, then kudos to you, salute to you. But now it's a buying opportunity, I feel, and we have potential upside. And even the buy signals, it was 2 buy signals under the 30 minutes. So if you look at all of those things matching, we got the daily buys on multiple time frames, got multiple buy signals on multiple time frames, then it's a good chance that it could actually push up. You just got to be willing to deal with the ups and downs that come along with it. I also looked at the 15-minute, the 5-minute, and the 2-minute. So I look at those 2 numbers, and then I place my stop losses and take profits, and then I just walk away and just see what happens, because that's what I decided to do. I'm firm on my thought process on how I think it'll play out, and if it doesn't play out that way and I end up taking a loss, then so be it. But this is my observation. So with the 15-minute chart, again, 2 buy signals issued themselves, and not just because they issued it everywhere else. Sometimes it doesn't issue on all of them, but it's a good sign when a buy signal is issued on multiple time frames, multiple times. So that's very important to note. And then if I scrunch it in, you'll see the area that's operating as resistance as well, which is up here. But let's go down to the lower time frames, and then you tell me what you think. Would you have taken this trade, or not? Let's go to the 5-minute, and I know I have it real tiny now. It was a sell signal back there, so let's go back to here again. 2 buy signals even on this time frame, and some of these take profits have already been hit. So a person who was trading the 5-minute, you got this buy signal, boom, your take profit was hit. You got that buy signal, boom, your take profit was hit. Your take profit 2 was hit. Take profit 3 was hit using this 4-metric system. So if this is something you want access to, it's a link down below. But I just want to let you know that these are the things that I look at outside of the signal. Yes, the 4-metric system is phenomenal, and I feel like it's great for a new trader, as well as somebody who's wanting to have a high probability of trading. But I also feel as though it's great for
a person who is brand new and then wants to see what they need to pay attention to. And if you can look at the metrics of daily buys, did I get a buy signal? Do we have trending bars in green momentum as it's showing here? That means a high chance of you having an A+ setup. A+ setup, that's what we're looking for, and moving in your direction. Is it going to go 100% in your direction the whole time? Absolutely not. However, if you look at those things, you can at least have confidence in the fact that you took a high probability trade and you wasn't just guessing or winging it. You was using the system to your advantage, and you can set it and forget it. Lock in your take profit, lock in your stop loss, and walk away. So that way you don't let your emotions get tied to the ups and downs that take place in the market, because that's what usually robs people of staying in a trade that they felt was going to go in a certain direction. Of course, it's good to still lay eyes on it here and there and take early profits when you get the opportunity to do so. I'm not opposed to that. But just to kind of maintain your emotions, sometimes it's good to step away. Of course, unless you're scalping, then it's a whole nother thing. Let's look at the 2-minute chart and then we'll wrap this up. But let's see if this one had multiple buy signals. So it had a buy signal there, a sell. So on the 2-minute, it's moving quicker. So it's just catching, this is perfect for scalpers. Person who's just trying to get in and get out. So a buy signal here, boom, you actually would have been in profit. I'm not sure what the take profits were on that because it's not currently showing. But then it issued a sell signal, and some people, could have made some money on the way down. But this is the 2-minute. This is looking at it from a short-term standpoint. It can go as far as down as here, and then likely bounce up. But I'm sticking to the higher time frame in this scenario. So I'm anticipating it going much higher. So I'm gonna go back to the 30-minute, and this is where I'm gonna base my my stop loss and take profit on this 30-minute time frame. So let's see where we at. So we had the 2 different signals. The confirmed buy, both of those buy signals, and then I said I was basing it on this take profit 1, which also aligns with that take profit 2 as being a good take profit for me. That's what I'm leaning towards. So see if it'll let me pull that up there. So right around $948. It's my take profit. And now let's set that stop loss. See what a stop loss exists for this one. And I have my stop loss. If it'll let me grab it. It's not letting me grab it. Hold on. All right, so it finally let me set the stop loss. So I got the stop loss set to where, if I lose anything, it'll be 477. If I win, it'll be 948. So that's kind of like a 1 to 2 risk to reward. I want to get to where it's more 1 to 4. But for the sake of this example, this is how we'll keep it. And just wanted to show you what it is that I'm looking at in terms of the buy signals, the A+ setups, comparing multiple charts, looking at the areas of support and resistance, and then just seeing what it does. Right now I can get out of the trade or just not look at the trade. Right now it shows me down $64, but it's okay. I got my risk in place, my risk management in place, and then we'll just see what happens from there. Let me know your thoughts. Would you have taken this trade? Why or why not? Mr. Smith signing out. If you want access to the tool that allows you to have the A+ setups and put you in a position to where when it's a good opportunity to buy or sell and have high probability trades more often than not, so you could be a profitable trader, then it's a link down below. You know what to do. Do what you know. Mr. Smith signing out. Salute.